Hey everybody, it's Righteous Freed. Gonna start uploading some Apex matches here. Show my climb up from lowly Gold 3, hopefully up to Langrisser before the season ends. Been a little busy this past month with work, so only been able to get up to Gold 3 right now, and record hopefully should improve in the future. Alright, we're gonna start with the first one here against Puffosaurus Rex. And we're just gonna jump right in there. In my opinion, the ban phase is the most important part here. Like, a lot of people ban a tank first no matter what. Like the vast majority from what I've seen of other people and my personal experience, but from what I see, considering it only goes with Landius and Juggler 99% of the time, like you'll see occasionally someone will, sprinkle in a lead in there because they want to use that Righteous Duel to shake everything up. But if you don't see them in there, you know exactly what you're dealing with. So you want to play your bans out to giving them the worst possible setup. So he bans my Juggler because of the map. He doesn't want me to have water control. He probably expects me to do the same, but I'm just going to start banning DPS. I normally like to ban DPS, and I pick Landius, obviously. So, like, with his box right here, he has a similar setup to me with Yusuke and Elwyn, most likely to stop heals. And he also has Lanford, like me, which you don't see many people have Lanford. Was actually surprised when I saw that. But the majority of his box, it looks like he's got 3 AoE people with Bozel, Gizeroff, and Lambda, and Rachel. 4 he has. So he's most likely going to try to go with that. Looking at this, I decide that my next bans after Yusuke are just going to have to be his AoE people. So I'll start with... Well, he's going to ban my Zerida and Yulia. That's fine, standard. He picks Juggler. That's not going to be an issue. So I ban Bozel Yulia because I don't want that to stop my guard. I pick Yusuke, that way I have heal debuff. He, for some reason, bans my Bozel. Dealit I can understand because Jugglers don't have high magic defense, but I don't know why Bozel, considering he has Juggler and he picked Dealit to dispel debuff. So I think that was a big mistake. He probably didn't care about my other DPS that I have here. But that's just going to show him that he didn't ban the right people. So he picks Deedlit. And next ban, I ban Elwyn and Gizeroff in order to make sure my Landius doesn't have to worry about anything. Pick Clarette for map control. He bans my Tiaras and Elwyn, obviously to make sure I don't have double heal debuffs. So I only have Yusuke. He then picks Luna. Okay. I was expecting, at this point he's going to go for, Princess faction with everybody else. That's fine. It's only Luna. If Luna attacks Landius, if she has Roundabout, she can't move away because of his 3C skill preventing that from happening. So, but it doesn't stop Deedlit's act again. So he's probably, at this point I'm thinking, gonna make a mistake, and you'll see later what he does. I just ban Liana and Lambda, that way I don't have to worry about AoE or a second turn. He's stuck with Close or Tiaras. I pick Close. She gets buffed by Landius, and then he bans Lanford and Tiaras. Hold on. I do that. I'm sorry, he bans Lanford and Liana. He picks Tiaras. And then I ban these two. I don't want him to have double tank with the Tiaras. I pick Leon for extra damage and mobility. And he picks Close. So I was very surprised he went with the double heal, but I guess with Infantry Lanford he wasn't confident about You just didn't want to do that and have no way to get through my Landias. So, alright, we're gonna start. So he has very few offensive options. So, turn 1, I just have my Claret sit there, gain her movement, so I can reach everywhere over here. Alright, so at this point, the only thing I'm worried about is D-Lit, because I was checking, he doesn't have faction buff for Princess. So, Juggler's going to buff up these 3 right here, D-Lit and Tiaras as well as himself, and then Luna and Close are going to be out in the cold. Now this Close also has Starglow for AoE and dispelling one of my buffs. Kind of a neat tech, but just not going to work out for him in the end. Gonna move forward. I move forward a bit. Faction buff. D-Lit Gospel's up, but D-Lit's also in range of Claret, but still ends the turn. Just move everybody up right now. Now, D-Lit here has the 2-turn cooldown. This is only a 5-star D-Lit. So now, with that, it's also a bit weaker. I don't have to worry about it as much, and getting the act again. So when I checked on that, I knew that. Alright, move Luna up. Just buff everybody up. Landias gets a mobility buff of +3. Alright, they're pretty tanky right now. That's fine. Here I'm testing to see how strong the Juggler is. Pretty tanky. Punch him. Lightning Flash, and I'm going to retreat. Now, he Tritons. He's going to be moving up. So he's covering all of his DPS, and I can't get to his healers. Now, his Luna makes a big mistake right here. Wind God Realm, Raging Thunders, Wind Protection, whatever. Takes almost no damage. I get chunked, but because hold on, as soon as this stops. But because of Peace of Mind's activation, where you can't move again within 3-block radius, her roundabout can't trigger. So she's stuck there, and I get a free kill. This basically told me that I'm gonna win the match. D-Lit moves forward. I just move move Leon back for Chivalry. Puncher. Really hard. Nice 1900 attack Leon. Alright, move Yusuke forward, Psychic Corruption, so I'm ready to just kill this Juggler. Aurora Ring. Alright, I punch him really hard. I did not honestly think he was going to be able to tank that, but oof, was I wrong. That extra 15% really kept him going, even though he wasn't at full health. He was really tanky with his defense though, so punched him down, they heal him up. That was my mistake, but I'm still in the lead. Move Leon, try to punch him some more. Here I'm just trying to make him waste all of his healers. Leon back. Alright. So he Sacred Beast Hymns. But he doesn't move next to Landias or anybody else. I don't know why. So the Beast Shock is basically useless. He dealt marginal damage. Like everybody you see gets chunked, but right here I still have Chloe with Mass Heal and Aurora Ring. So Aurora Ring. Man, all the debuffs are gone right now. He got a plus 20% buff of something, but it was negated by his faction buff, so we don't have to care about that. Starglow didn't get rid of anything useful. Recover. Now, because Deela attacked from range, dealt less damage instead of just melee attacking. Close punches does no damage. I see an opening for Tiaras, I kill Tiaras. Deela's gonna come over, Deela's gonna kill my Claret because of attack blessing at melee distance. That's fine with me. Now they don't have infinite recovery. My Yusuke is powered up now. And that was a surprise. Alright, gonna do mass heal. Top everybody up. He just waits there. I punch him again really hard. He isn't in water because of the buff from Deedlit. Leon comes over. He just didn't have it. Now everybody's at full health. He's gonna heal up. Gonna punch him. He doesn't have a way to recover. Other than that, he's gonna mark it a Sacred Beast. But I still have Yusuke, Landius. Landius will punch him and kill him. You can have Chloe finish it off. Because he buffed, I just don't. I wait. At this point, it's just a waiting game until I get my Dark Spirit gun back and rebuff, and then I just wait till Gospel's down this time. Heals to full health, I beat some mine. Deela makes a mistake, attacks, gets put to no health, can't heal, and then he just gives up. My Leon would have come in, would have just punched everybody, he wouldn't be able to heal up both Juggler and Deela in the end. His Aurora Ring was down. So, that was a very easy victory. Alright, we're going to go on to the next one. Alright, he gets first ban, he bans my Juggler. Doesn't want me to have mobility on the desert map. Wants to put me with Landius. Alright, I take a look at his box. He's got a pretty standard box right here, pretty top tier. I decide I'm going to start banning all of his mobility, start with Mystery Knight, only going for the DPS. I pick Landius. He bans Liana and Claret. Doesn't want me to have map control and turn control. He picks Juggler. I then ban his two far-reaching people, especially Illustrial, because she has such good mobility. I then pick Close, gets buffed by him, that way he can't ban out my healers. I don't know why he banned Ashram. I think he was thinking because my Ashram can get a lot of attack, I could kill like his Ares or Claret, or even his Deedlit before they could attack because of that. But, you know, Zera to ban is obvious, Claret ban's obvious. Here, he picks Luna. Alright, gets buffed by Juggler. And then I ban Yusuke and Ares. I was very surprised he didn't pick one of them. So I pick Yusuke. Bans, again, Bozel and Deedlit. I don't know why people ban Bozel, but he then picks Claret. And then I ban Bozel and Rachel. That way he doesn't have any AoE here. So, right now it's looking... He's got Claret, Luna, he's got good map control here with these two. and can move everything, and then Juggler can pop in. My next ban, if I remember correctly before it happens, I'm going to be banning Liana and Deedlit. That way he can't get any Gospel. Alright, so I choose Elwyn, that way I can slay everybody and stop the Juggler. He bans Lanford and Yulia. Oh, he picks Deedlit, so he has one Gospel. I ban Weiler and Liana, that way he only has the Iris for the healer, because I know he won't go double tank with no healer. Alright. So right now he does have a lot of map control. My first turn I just move Landius up, and then I take a look at the enemy. He either has Gospel and Wind Cutter, that way he doesn't stop Juggler from having his Lobster ability up with being in water. This Claret is unbelievably strong. I never thought that she would be able to do what she did, but... And this Luna does not have a Raging Thunder, so she only has regular basic attacks. Like, she'll get buffed up by... The Juggler didn't even bring a faction buff. He has no faction buff, which... I mean, Juggler has no faction buff. He only has the Princess buff, that way he can buff up these four. So, Juggler moves forward. I just start moving everybody forward. His Claret sits still. I keep Leon out of the way. Ellen moves up. Eternal Lights. Gets a Breeze proc. That was nice. He ports it in, and that tells me he's going to go aggressive and try to kill my Landius very quickly. He Wind God Realms and gets the Gale. Doesn't matter. Queen's Ascension. That way both Juggler and Deedlit can just run over. So I have peace of mind. No. And his Claret goes in. Because of the Jardin de Iris, he gets extra damage enough. He just flat out kills my Landius. And he's going to come back in, do the second one. I'm surprised he didn't wrap around, but I guess it didn't matter. Yusuke is pumped up now, pissed off. Turn Danger Zone on. Leon comes in, Chivalries, he just punches her in the face. Alright. Takes a little bit defensive, he's lost a little bit of map control. But I don't have a tank, so he's probably feeling fairly confident. So what I'm gonna do is to make sure that he doesn't try to box me in with the fire, I'm gonna have to bait him out with my Elwyn. My Leon now has +3 mobility. Gotta love Tenyo's headdress, wish I could get more of those. But so right now we're in the position. He has the advantage because of Juggler. So I'm just gonna have to bait everything out here. Now, he's not gonna attack with Luna until that's absolutely necessary because it's a physical, and my Elwyn has a lot more physical defense. He does want to attack, do nothing, and then just waste a turn, and then I can heal up or get rid of somebody. Juggler has 1 turn left on Gospel. So just move Leon a little forward. Tried to bait it out, didn't work. Move Yusuke forward, and then move Elwyn up here to bait out the Deedlit. Kills him. Alright, he's going to start pushing forward now. Here. Buffs. This is his mistake. He doesn't have Gospel, and he moves forward, Master of Vices. Everybody gets popped. Okay, but he's not next to anybody for B-Shock. So, it doesn't matter. Now, My Zealots are at half strength, so they don't get their buff at all. Because it looks like his stats are a little weak. That or I think I get a crit here. I mass heal. Get everybody topped up. Another movement buff on Leon. He beast shocks. Almost kills him, but not enough. I recover because Erupt was active. And then I Dark Spirit Gun, get a crit, and annihilate him. Go back to full health. He now doesn't have a tank. Sea of Miracles. And doesn't do anything. I take the opportunity, kill his Luna. That way I still have first turn. I try to kill T-Lit, who lives at 297. Wow. Heals. I Aurora Ring. He gospels himself. And then I move him up. That way I can pincer him and kill everybody. He's gonna give up after this because he knows he lost. Alright. If he had faction buff for maybe Luna and had Raging Thunder, could have ended up differently, but who knows? I just don't think he thought that my Yusuke had enough HP or defense in order to live through that. But hey, surprises happen every day. That's why you gotta get your training ground up, because your soldiers take the brunt of the attack. Because his lobsters didn't have enough attack or damage, most of the damage from Juggler was absorbed, that way Yusuke could live. Alright, and then we're gonna do the third one, last one for this video. This time I was second. Alright, so I banned first. Took a look at his box. I see he has pretty much a princess faction with some others teched in. So he's got Shofaniel and Luna here for that buff, and you don't see many other. You don't see even see Yusuke in here, so definitely heavy on there, heavy on AoE right here with Shofaniel, Luna. That way he can make sure to keep everyone at bay, and then he has Leonhardt. So I just want to take care of his map control, and the biggest threats first. Ban Zerida. He bans my Landius. I was very surprised at that. So he picks Landius. So I ban Claret, Listel, I pick Juggler. I honestly, with how much AoE he has, I would have very much expected him to ban Juggler and leave me Landius. That would have left me at a very bad spot for this map, because I just don't think I would have won at that point, because he could have just AoE'd me to death. But take it, ban those. He then bans my Zerina and Liana, forcing me to pick the healer. Picks Luna for map control and speed. I ban his 2 single targets, that way my Juggler doesn't have to worry about that. I only have to worry about Luna. Pick Chloe, or Close. Then he bans my D-Lit and Claret, make sure that I can't have map control or kill his Landius off easy. Then he picks Lana. Lana's 3C just came out a little bit ago. I decided to ban Bozel and Leonhardt, make sure he has as little as possible AoE. Then I pick Elwyn. I pick Elwyn because I want to be able to slay and kill the Landius if I ever get a chance. He bans my Yusuke and Leon, that way I have no map control, and Yusuke is just OP. He then picks an AoE for Shofaniel. Ban Liana Weiler, make sure he doesn't have the best heals. And then I pick Bozel here. That way, because I'm gonna set him up that way he has Sleep, Earthquake, and Black Hole. I probably should have taken the Black Hole away and give him Magic Reaper, that way he has some more damage, but it won't matter in the end. He's gonna ban Toguro and Ashram. Here, I'm going to pick Langrisser, which was the wrong choice for him, to not ban him. He gets Iris, so he has minimal heals. Alright, so right now, first turn, everybody's just going to set up, but he has Lana for Elemental Destruction, 1.5 damage before entering battle. Her soldiers get additional 1 range, so they can attack with her. And then heals for 30% of damage though, and then infantry, cavalry, lancers, and flyers take additional damage. So it's basically, I think, 2 times effective against them. This is going to be important because right now he's going to try to keep me at bay and make sure that I can't get close to him. He's just... I don't have magic protection guards set up here. I didn't want Luna coming in here and chunking anybody or just killing off my juggler. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm not too worried about the AoE because I thought he was just going to strictly for AoE here. But he only has 1 black hole, he has a lot of single target. So, everybody moves forward. Everybody buffs up. So I move him here, hoping that he'll teleport his Lana to get a free strike. That way I can bait and kill her out. He moves up, everybody. So he Wind God rounds early. So because of that, he only has to teleport Landia. So he's going to teleport that up here to guard Lana. I be careful with my Chloe. Lana comes in, annihilates Elwyn. That's fine. He's good bait. I'm gonna juggler move up, Triton, block everybody off. He's pretty confident right now. He's gonna desiccate. Gets off a double silence. But everybody's at good health. That's fine. Aurora Ring, Dispel, give them heal buffs. This is where he just made the fatal mistake. He left Landius right there in Peace of Mind. He has no Gospel on him. So, because of that, he's in a super bad spot, and this causes him to lose the match. I have Sleep on my Bozel. So, because he just stood there, these two are going to be free game. Or Luna if he moves them. Bozel comes in and sleeps them, so he can't guard. And this is going to go on for the rest of this turn, and next turn, punches my juggler, he does nothing. This Luna is blocking me. What I want to do is, I want to get rid of his map control and his Lana, that way I don't have anything to worry about. So, kill Luna. He goes back to full, and next turn I'm just going to kill Lana. Iris moves up, buffs everybody. Because he killed my Elwyn first before acting, I become first player. So I just get a free kill on Lana. He has Chivalry, so no debuffs. Boom. I've won the match at this point. He cannot kill me at all. Everybody heals. She dispels a buff, that's fine. Mass heal. Everybody goes back to full except for Juggler, but the heal debuff is gone. He starts moving forward. This is where I use Sacred Beast him to lock him down for another turn. Chunked, almost at full. Bozel comes in and Earthquakes, I don't get any silences. She desiccates. Because of the extra skill span, they get healed. Langrisser comes and kills Shafaniel. Because Landius is still locked down by Bishank, I get a free kill on Iris. Or almost a free kill. Now it's a free kill. And then he gives up. after I punch him in the face. Never be afraid to bait your characters. If he moved his Landius back one space, though, in Peace of Mind, I would have lost. I wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. And this would have been a lot harder. So positioning is the most important thing, and making your opponent play bad or risky. Oh, those were the first 3 and the start of me starting to post my Apex matches. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know if you have any comments. And I hope you have a great day and good luck in your Apex matches. Righteous Freed out.